Michelle, what's your experience with these door-to-door people that knock on your door, want to give you a free demonstration, and try to tell you it's free, and then try to get your social security number and sell you something? Let me know your thoughts.
Never give your
and
social
your experiences.
Security number. Never give your social security number.
Obviously.
Make up one and give them a fake one.
That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
And then, but didn't they want to clean your floor? And they didn't.
They don't need a social security number.
Okay, for example, Kirby. They come to your house, clean your floor, want all this weird information. Second of all, did they ever come knocking on your door and wanting to clean your floor?
Well, in my case,
tell me your experience.
They called me up on the phone one time, and again they offered to clean their house, and I said, "Great." They never came.
Did you give them any information, personal information?
No.
Okay, what about these people that sell you things on the phone?
People like the Jehovah's Witnesses and the Mormons come up.
Well, they're not as bad. I mean, like these people that like to tend to. There's a movie on that. They're like con artists, and they try to get your info. Oh, you won this trip. I just need your social security number and your bank account number to put a hold on your ticket, and you can go fly to Florida for 5 nights. 5 nights, 6 days, and you get complimentary this and that. Next thing you know, you're fucked.
Actually, I didn't run into that. If you saw the video Kingfisher, I had a guy that was trying to fish me by saying that my MasterCard was locked, but he didn't. The phishing scammer didn't say which company he represented.
Okay,
so
now
I
that
knew something was up.
Okay, I'm changing the subject totally, because there's 2 subjects here. Next thing, what about phishing when you're on a dating website, perhaps? That girl that was supposed to meet you across the street at Cumberland Farms sent you pictures of her hoo-ha and her caressing her body and telling you she's going to meet you at Cumberland's, because I know you go for the women, I understand. She never showed up, and then what happened? Is she really real?
We ran into the same problem 2 years ago to the same person. So it's not really.
Tell me what happened. Tell me everything.
Well, 2 years ago, she said her car broke down. And
this is the same girl?
Yes.
Okay, now tell me the story.
And this time, she said her computer broke down. But I was kind of already caught up on it. I was like, well.
So you know what you do?
Great. If you don't, well, I'm not going to wait twiddling my thumbs indefinitely.
You know what you do? Tell her you're.
I went to the soup kitchen. I went to lunch.
Tell her you're going to her house.
And I told her, I said, you call me. I said, you got my number? You call me.
What about you getting her address and going to her house? Just to say it. To see her response. Just to be like, what's your address? I'll come over. And see what she says. Don't go.
I don't have any way of actually.
No, Michelle, don't go. Test her. Ask her if you can have her address, and you're going to show up tonight. You're going to make sure you get there. See what she says. If she jets off the computer real quick, and there's a reason why she's got to get off online, you'll see.
Well,
it's a good trick.
The point I'm saying is in my case the fact is I knew she was going to blow me off again because I had that feeling. So it wasn't like really hurt. It was just like.
I don't think it was the same girl. I think someone was just.
Well, sometimes there's another thing with those dating sites is how do you know that those people are playing a level game? You don't know.
You have to imagine that they really are. And if they aren't, you're lucky.
I had a chance to talk to an older lady from Ghana. And I asked her what those dying states and the Nigerian scams. And she said to me, you know what it is that the young people in Nigeria are looking for a way to make a quick buck.
In my day, they had the phone call stuff going on. And you call and you talk to someone, you go to meet them. That was totally a bad idea that I did. They were real. They were live on the phone. I met them. It wasn't the right person. It was a totally bad idea. I took a bus to Hartford, met this person, hung out with them. They ended up being scumbags, drug addicts, cokeheads, and I decided to take the bus home real quick back to my house. Just you never know, especially what you said about these people trying to get a quick way to America.
Yeah, well, that's the way it is with a lot of dating sites, too.
You need to meet the person in person.
You need to meet the person in a place that you feel comfortable.
Perhaps.
For example, like I would meet people at McDonald's. I meet people at Berry Trade.
You go to the soup kitchen. You enjoy your lunch at the soup kitchen.
Yeah.
It's convenient. It's inexpensive because it's free. They like to give out to the community.
And I'm also part of the community.
Yeah, and you give back to the community in your own way by providing.
And on top of that, I've also got a lot of eyes and ears around me, so it's not like.
But what I'm saying, Michelle, is.
It's not like if I go to McDonald's and it's always a changing crowd. I mean, the soup.
And you actually met somebody at the soup kitchen. Your friend there.
I met
June Curvell. And that's a real way to meet somebody, by sitting next to them, talking to them, getting to know them in person, what they look like, who they are, the real feel of the person, not just picking up a phone or going on the computer and typing a couple letters.
Yeah, I think it's more on the computer with a couple letters is where your problems start, even on most dating sites.
That just opens up a book.
Right. It's like
and you sometimes
it's like a dating Ouija board.
And you can't close it.
That's exactly what a dating website is. It's a dating Ouija board.
You're taking a chance with the devil. Sort of.
It's quite literally.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. It's just like a Ouija board. When you put your hands on the Ouija board, saying Ouija, find me a boyfriend or girlfriend, right? And all of a sudden, somehow the fates are going. I found this guy. Oh, I'm sorry. He's a real
okay,
creep.
Michelle.
I'm not gonna tell you that though.
But what I'm trying to say is, you got to get out in the community and get to know people, and that's when.
Yeah.
But you got to be careful of all these scams, these catfish type things, where they made a movie on that, where these people are pretending to be someone else, fall in love with them. Next thing you know, it's the different sex, or it's a totally different person, or it's a person totally like. I don't know. It's just I watched the movie. It was crazy. It was whacked.
It's when you start seeing they say I'm in South Africa. It's when my red flags go up. It's like, oh my god.
I go on the computer for fun. I don't go on there to hook up. I mean, I'm married, so I mean I never even did that in the past. It's just it's a no-no.
There's one guy on Facebook. His name is Josh Landrum. He's doing that. He's sitting on Facebook. He's trying to cruise for the girls, I'm like watching this guy, he's a smooth operator. He thinks he's the biggest thing since God's gift to humanity. He's not. He's just an ordinary guy from Ohio, and he likes NASCAR and everything. And one time I got into a conversation. He says to me, "Hey, I think you're kind of sexy. Are you wet?" I went, "What?"
Yeah, he's trying to get in your pants.
I said,
literally.
First of all, I'm a lesbian. If you ever read my profile, you would have known that. Oh, come on, what do you got against guys? I just don't get along with guys. That doesn't make me a bad
Like you and Ed, that was the last guy you dated, right?
No, well, sort of. He's not the only one, but.
Well, getting back to this, I mean, it's just pretty messed up. You know what I mean? It's basically, it's a Ouija board. A real life Ouija board. Not really a board, but a real life board. Right?
Yeah, unfortunately, just maybe you may not get demonically possessed, but you could find some nice steel. You could find some nice steel between your ribs if you're not careful.
Well, thank you for your input, Michelle.
Yeah. So provide. Carry on.
Peace.